Hello all, I'm Alex Bronner. Today we're going to go over a consulting case. Today's case specifically has to do with the evaluation of a call option and the process we went through to do that. The situation was that we were working with a company that does intense construction projects that can last up to 2 years or even more. This company would basically be building capacity for their customers. One customer had a project that they wanted my customer, the company, to work on. Because the projects take so long to complete, they weren't really sure how much capacity they would actually need by the time the project was completed. The customer was highly uncertain in their demand for the 2 year time horizon, and so they wanted flexibility in the project and the potential to buy additional capacity at a later date once they had better information on their demand. The director of finance came to me and tasked me with valuing the flexibility, that optionality for their customer, and how much they should charge for that flexibility, and put also some different arrangements of how we might charge for that flexibility. So while mathematically this functions as a call option and is a call option in that the customer is buying a contract which says that they can buy at a later date at a given price, uh, this is also the same concept as partial completion, which is mathematically the same as a call option. So partial completion is typically used when you're producing inventory that has a long lead time. Because that lead time is so long, you don't actually know very well what your demand will be like when the actual time of sales come. So therefore, in order to shorten lead time, you potentially partially complete inventory. You build something halfway, so that way, in order to complete that inventory, it doesn't take as long and you can get it to market for sale and capture more sales before the season is over or the demand period is over. When it comes to pricing option products, most people typically refer to the Black-Scholes formula, but that's more useful in terms of an exchange traded option where you have access to some data and can evaluate the standard deviation of the returns on that underlying asset. So in this case, we had to come up with alternative methods to value our option. And of course, we can't just have a tree of offering the option. The tree has to be offering the option against not offering the option. And because the alternative was if we don't win this work, perhaps we gap our factory. So we're actually comparing two expected values, one of the gapping the factory and one of offering the call option. So what's our potential downside of offering the of gapping the factory and then of offering the call option? We say, okay, this is obviously a much better choice. We have a much higher expected value than not offering the call option. And in order to limit our downside on offering the call option, we calculate a premium that we think is acceptable and limits our downside so that perhaps maybe we don't take our loss. Maybe the worst case scenario is a break even, and also a premium that we think the customer would pay. I modeled this premium several different ways, one of which included a progressive premium where the customer would pay something like $225,000 every month until they exercise the option, just to help create an incentive to want to potentially exercise the option. Another optionality structure that we considered was that if they decided not to exercise their call option within the 2 year period, and if the capacity remained unused and unsold to any other customer in the year after their option expired, we had the right to sell that capacity back to them. They would have to buy it. And so, based on the work that I did and the evaluation of the risk and how much we should charge as a premium, the customer did decide to award my customer a $75 million contract. This contract was worth about an 11% revenue increase for this division of the company. Based on the risk spread and the expected value we calculated, we figured a premium of about $3 million was realistic after doing a variety of sensitivity analysis on what commercial thought the likelihood of exercise would be on the option. Thank you for watching today. Again, my name is Alex Bronner. I work for Triple River Consulting. I'm the principal consultant and founder. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel. I plan to make more content about interesting, fun cases like this. Hopefully everybody's having a great day. Take care.